Hey, my name is Matt Storr and I repair saxophones for a living. This video is mainly for people with whom I do business and are shipping saxophones, but you may find it helpful if you are shipping saxophones yourself. Now, to ship a saxophone, the main thing you got to remember is that the kind of events that saxophones in transit experience are not getting run over by a truck or getting speared by a forklift tine or having a pallet of marble fall on top of it. What happens is the box that the horn is in falls over or falls off a shelf or gets tossed onto a shelf roughly. So what you're really talking about is jostling, right? And the saxophone is a brass instrument, which is a relatively soft metal that's pretty heavy, right? That has the ability with inertia to damage itself, right? So if it's inside of its case and you drop the case and the horn moves this far and like slams against the top, probably you're going to get a body bend because the brass is not going to be strong enough to absorb that impact without bending. Now, when you are shipping a saxophone that has just been overhauled, like this one is, the tolerances that you need to keep are extremely close. I mean, we're talking 1/1000th of an inch, right? Is the kind of work that I hope to do. So if I want everything to arrive as well as possible, I need to make sure that nothing moves. And there are 3 steps to that. One is corking the keys shut. Second step is packing the saxophone very firmly and tightly inside of its case so that when you pick up the case, if you shake it, you don't feel anything move. And then packing the case inside of a box with several inches of some sort of packing material on either side. Same way, so you can pick it up and shake it and nothing moves. If it can get inertia inside the box and hit against the sides of the case, you're going to be in trouble. If the keys can move and acquire inertia and get bent out of adjustment, you're going to be in trouble. And corking the keys shut keeps the keys from moving. Now, the way I do that is that I select some kind of like conglomerate cork that is fairly soft. It's quite a bit softer than the adjustment materials I use, so if anything compresses, it's not the adjustment materials you've just paid me to install. And what you're going to see is underneath the key feet for each key, right? So you're going to have 3 up top, the B, the A, the G is always going to be buried somewhere inside the octave mechanism. And you'll see these wedges of cork that are clearly out of place that have a red hash mark on them. And what you want to do is see each one, here's for the B, right? Hold down the B, grab the piece of cork, and pull it directly back with the hash mark being the direction that you need to take it. Okay? And just do that for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 for the lower stack, the low B and the B flat. Sometimes they'll be on the back here. Sometimes, depending on your instrument, they may be on top of the key cup underneath a key guard. Since this is a King Zephyr Special, it doesn't have key guards like that, so I had to do cork pieces underneath actuating levers. And the low C, similar deal. Normally it would be right here. This is a Zephyr Special, so it's right here. And if you're doing this yourself, the way you want to do it is close the key and look at the angle between the bottom of the key foot and the body, cut a wedge that approximates that, hold the key shut, and just gently install it. You don't want to apply too much pressure. You just want to keep it shut. And now this instrument doesn't have any parts that are going to move independently in shipping, so it should be able to withstand the rigors of shipping quite a bit better, assuming I do a decent job packing the horn inside its case and then inside the box. Packing this way, I have had, I think maybe 1 instrument arrive out of adjustment in the past 3 years, and it was a very simple fix. I think it was under $50, and that was part of shipping insurance, so the local guy took care of a small adjustment issue and the horn was good as new. And I've shipped a lot of saxophones, and I ship them overhauled, and they're vintage, and they're in many different types of cases. And I firmly believe that corking the keys shut has a lot to do with that. But if you get an instrument from me, your keys are corked shut. This is how you take them apart. And obviously, if you've got any questions, just give me a shout. Yeah, so hold down the key that is being held shut and pull those cork wedges out, and then you're done.